Hey everyone, welcome to Science Based Fitness. I appreciate you stopping by. Today's video, I've gone back and forth on if I wanted to make this a video topic. It seems like so many people have reached out to me as it gets closer to summer, preparing for weddings. I'm actually preparing for my own wedding, and I've had even some friends and family ask me, what are some tips to get in shape quickly? So I thought this video topic might be perfect. I'm gonna address 3 parts of this video. One going to be exercises, specific exercises that might make you feel or look better leading up to the wedding. 2, cardio. What types of cardio will be most effective and how much cardio should you be doing? And 3, the types of food and nutrition you should be trying to follow. Everyone's approach will be slightly different. You might only have a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe more, maybe less. Maybe you only have a few days or a few weeks. If you apply these principles, they should be beneficial, and there's no specific secret. It's more of just an all-in-one guide to help you get closer to your goal for this upcoming wedding. So first, we're gonna jump right into the exercise. On to the gym here for the exercise portion of the video. I'm gonna show you a couple exercises that are gonna be beneficial for men and for women, and they can help you target specific areas which tend to be the regions that men and women try to focus on. Now, I wanna give a warning ahead of time. If you're trying to focus on one specific problem area, thinking you will burn fat from that specific area, this is not how it works. Hitting ab exercises to burn fat off the stomach is an ineffective way to reduce body fat. And I'm sure you've seen exercises that say they burn belly fat. That is not how this works and is scientifically impossible. The best way to lose weight and reduce body fat is through a comprehensive total program that focuses on exercise and diet. Typically, women come into the gym and want to focus on a few specific areas. Like I was saying before, targeting one area won't lose fat from that area, but building muscle can give a more aesthetically pleasing appearance. And those areas women typically tend to want to work more frequently are as follows: glutes, arms, stomach, and back. One of the main things I try to stress here, smaller muscle groups do not have as much of an energy depletion, so bigger muscles burn more calories. So out of these 4 muscle groups, I'm gonna give you 2 exercises to focus on glutes and the back. The first exercise here is a hip thrust. This is an exercise I believe should be part of everyone's workout program. Depending on your fitness level, you can go with no weight or even a heavier weight than what I'm using here. Keeping feet shoulder width apart and knees shoulder width apart, and thrusting your hips all the way up. The higher you get, the more activated your glutes can get, so try to get as high as you can. A more advanced version of this is using a bench or some type of a box, as you can see behind me here. This is a great exercise because you can really overload the glutes here without putting too much strain on the knees. I always try to tell people, focus on your form more than how much weight you're lifting. Now, the second exercise is a pull down. This is a simpler variation where I'm just using a band pulling down. This focuses on our lats while activating our biceps in the pull motion. A more standard variation of this is with a straight bar on an actual pull down machine here, and really hit about a 12 to 15 rep range. Now we're gonna look at something similar for the men. There's usually 4 areas we try to target, and that's shoulders, chest, arms, and stomach. Same concept that I talked about for the women. We're gonna focus on the major muscles, which will be shoulders and chest. Now, the first exercise for the guys here is going to be an incline press. This is gonna hit the clavicular head of the pec. Now, this is what's considered the upper portion of our chest. This can give a larger appearance in the upper portion of the chest, which is an area guys typically tend to want to develop. Now, remember, it doesn't matter how much weight you're lifting. Focus on the form, the control, and the repetitions. If you're looking to build the muscle, I recommend a higher rep range of 12 to 15 reps. That's better for hypertrophy. The second exercise here is gonna be a lateral raise, and here I'm using a little bit heavier weights towards the end of the workout. What I'm trying to develop here is the deltoid, which can give a wider appearance on the shoulders. Try to get your arms parallel to the ground and focus on keeping your hands fairly level with a very slight forward motion, as you can see here. Now, a couple key points to all of these exercises is that you want to work major muscles. That should be a big emphasis in every one of your weight training days. Typically, 150 minutes total a week is what you want to be trying to do. Weight training should be 3 times a week for 30 minutes. Although, if your goal is to build more muscle, I recommend you work on more than just 3 times a week. If your goal is trying to lose weight, focus on more cardio. There are no shortcuts here, and this will take some effort and some work. Now I want to get into the cardio portion. Alright, moving on to cardio here. Now there are so many questions when it comes to cardio on what type of cardio is best, how much time should I be doing. If you are new to my channel, I've recently made 2 videos, one on if you should do cardio before or after weight training, and if cardio is the more effective way to lose weight. Just to sum this up so we can move forward, at the end of the day, cardio is actually shown to be more effective for weight loss than strength training. So if your goal is weight loss, emphasizing cardio is important. There's a few key points we should all understand before we start our cardio. Cardio should be done 3 times a week at a minimum of 20 minutes per session. One of those 3 times should be high to vigorous intensity. So how would you figure that out? High to vigorous intensity would be about 75 to 85% of your heart rate max. Now to calculate that, we're going to take 220 minus our age, and that will be our heart rate max. And like I said earlier, if weight loss is your main goal, then I recommend doing more cardio than weight training. Now, what form of cardio will be best suited for you? It all depends on what your goal is and what you can handle. For me, I think biking is great for people that have knee injuries, but walking is also an effective strategy. If you really want to make it more intense and elevate that heart rate quite a bit, things like stair steppers and rowers can be very challenging. The best form of cardio is going to be the type of cardio that allows you to be more adherent and more consistent with your fitness plan. Alright, if you're still here, you've made it to the nutrition portion of this video. I typically give some general nutrition advice. These are meant to be more simple guidelines. I want to focus on 5 key points. Building upon these can allow you to get to your goal quicker. If your main goal is to lose weight before this upcoming wedding, then being in a caloric deficit is the main factor that will help you lose weight. There's a lot of websites that can help you determine what your BMR is. Calculating these numbers, you can figure out how many calories you typically burn in a single day, which will help you remain in a calorie deficit. I typically tell my clients to try to use an app that will help you calculate your total calories you take in throughout a day. If you are not logging this, it is very easy to overestimate how many calories you're taking in. Now I'm going to combine tip number 2 and 3 here, and it's to consume a diet that's high in protein and high in fiber. When consuming a high protein and high fiber diet, you typically feel more satiated, basically meaning you feel full. And if we're also mixing in exercise into our programming, then protein will be essential for helping with cellular repair. Tip number 4 here is to limit alcohol. Alcohol can be very problematic. I've done a full video on this, so I won't get too in depth here, but it is essentially just empty calories that your body likes to prioritize prior to burning fats and carbohydrate. Limiting the amount of alcohol you take in is a great way to reduce calories and increase the rate at which we lose fat. Crash or fad diets are not the answer. Yes, these could be an effective strategy for a couple days, but if it's not sustainable for a long period of time, it's not an effective strategy. Even if you lose a couple pounds right before the wedding because of a crash diet, that doesn't mean you're going to feel better. You want to prioritize your health over your aesthetics. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed, please click subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day and enjoy the wedding.